Welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I'm a little stressed. It's Thursday. I have not done any Easter shopping for my kids, nor my grandkids. I am trying to clean, trying to figure out when I'm going to do my taxes, and just a boatload of other things. I'm a list maker, right? Like a list maker, and that seems to be something that runs in my family. My daughters do it, my mom does it, her sisters do it. I'd love to know if her mom did it, but you know, that is the way I keep everything organized. Not really. Here's my problem. I have a notebook with my ideas in it, okay? And I get to the point where I'm like halfway through or a fourth of the way through, and I get on this other tangent, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't put it in this. I'll put it in this notebook. So I start a new notebook with lists and to-dos, and you know, and then this list will say see previous list or see other list. I found a list that was made like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And there was stuff on that list that still wasn't done. It wasn't important. It wasn't like it was, check the swing set bolts. That was on a list. But yeah. So lists upon lists upon lists. And then I came across this other list from last year that had all my notes for a hair video. Yeah. So I owe you a hair video. I owe you a Life of Spice. So, all these videos. Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry. They might come out. They might not come out. Because YouTube is it's part of my creative outlet with my soaping and everything, right? And I want to do all the things. I just don't have time to do all the things. So if you're put on the back burner, I'm really sorry. I try not to, but I also, want it to be a good video. You get it? Yes, so we are doing another rodeo soap today. It is the Campfire soap. So it's finally back on the website. It's a little different shape. It's a little different style. It's a little different. You'll see all about it in the video. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And let's go check out this Campfire soap. My gosh, is it windy outside today? Holy cow. Okay, so the first time I did this soap, it goes way back. And I haven't done it since just because it wasn't, it wasn't pressing. But that time, I'm going to tell you a little rundown on the fragrance oil. The last time I did it, I had crackling firewood and coconut mixed into part of it, into like 2/3, and the other third was sparkling snowflake. It's got this piney notes into this green part. But this time I decided that, I didn't want the pine sticking out quite so much, and so I blended all 3 together. It's crackling firewood, coconut, and sparkling snowflake. The coconut kind of reminds me of like marshmallows and stuff like that, Okay, I didn't want to put chocolate because the firecracker has chocolate in it. And okay, campfires. Why in the rodeo soaps? Because my cowboys are always having campfires. That's just how it goes. Oh, I always love campfires. Okay, the colors for this it's just brown oxide and green oxide. I love that green oxide. It's a really pretty dark green. There's also Trial by Fire, which is the red. There's Tequila Sunrise, which is the orange. And there's Love of Sunshine, which is going into the big bowl there, which is the yellow. Yeah. The last time I did this, it was a different recipe. It had a lot of hard oils to it. Lots of hard oils to it. and cocoa butter and stuff like that, and so it really stiffened up. If you saw the video, it kind of got thick on me, and but I am so much more experienced now that that probably wouldn't have been such a bad thing. But I decided I was gonna do a bowl swirl. Um, special order. She just wants the campfire soap was the order, and yeah, I was like, we'll do a bowl swirl since I'm not staggering the fragrance oils, which it wouldn't matter anyway, I guess, if I even layered them. That's how I did it last time, and the fragrance oils were staggered. But, this was all in one, so I was kind of glad. But look at that. See that brown? Like, the only other brown I own is cappuccino from Brambleberry. I know it's sad. It's just a sad situation. But that brown is just plain brown oxide, and it's a beautiful brown. Like, I really like that brown. I don't even use it that much, which is really crazy because I forget about it because it's taller and then it's on the shelf instead of in the drawer, and yeah, it's a thing. Okay, did I tell you that was orange? Oh no, that was tequila sunrise. Yeah, I keep thinking it was brambleberry orange, but it's not. It's not. So into this bowl, did a swirl. Did I do a swirl? Thought I did a swirl, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, I did. You don't have to do that when you do a bowl swirl. There's so many different types of bowl swirls in this making, but yeah. And I promise this is the last campfire soap. No, this is the last rodeo soap I am doing. Promise. For at least a while, because we have Cowgirl Tough done. We have Cowboy Up done. We have Campfire now. We have Firecracker. He's a bull. There's a little bit of Milkshake left. He's another bull. Yeah, sorry, bronc riders. I haven't done anything for bronc riders. My son wanted to be do saddle bronc, and he doesn't fit very well. He's tall. He's on the taller end, and it's so funny because the machine they have for practicing at the college, he's a little too big for. Which is fine. Saddle bronc, I love saddle bronc. I think it's really cool, but I always tell him, it's like, and you will see this, the more events you do, if you get beat up in one, it's harder to do your next one. I mean, Stetson, right? He's like he's a crazy, but, and there's a lot of guys who do a lot of different, that's how you get the all around, but when you do broncs and bulls and, your chances of getting hurt in one, and then having to draw to the other, it's a thing, especially at his age, and at any age, let's be honest. But yeah, so yeah, that's my rodeo spiel. But campfires, oh, we have so many memories of campfires. We used to go to what we call we used to call it Crappie Creek when I was a kid, and it's actually Chita. And my son got accused for lying in school because he told the teacher we lived only like half hour away. And when I went to conferences, and she's like, he's a liar. And I'm like, why is he a liar? And she's like, well, he says you only live so far away. And I'm like, we do. We literally live 35 minutes from the backside if you speed on the dirt roads. And she didn't know what to say to that. I said, my son's not a liar. I said, he's not one of those children who make things up. I had a child in daycare who everything that came out of his mouth was a freaking lie. He just wanted to be important, I think. He just wanted, he was just one of those kids. I don't think he turned out that way. I think he turned out to be a decent human, but when he was 3 or 4, I think he's 4, he liked to lie a lot. And some kids do. They make stuff up. And this kid was so outrageous, though. He told me he took his horse and had it on the roof of his house. And, so, I mean, it wasn't like he was, but for a teacher to accuse a child of lying, I think my son was in the 2nd grade. Yeah, because I didn't like his teacher that year. She was a peach. But anyway, yeah, accuse him of lying? It's like, no, we do live 35 minutes from this lake, and we were 35 minutes from town, So, I mean, yeah, who is she? But anyway, these soaps are super cute. Sorry, I guess I took a left turn. Here are the fragrance notes for this bar. And here is the bar right after I just cut it. And here's the bar when it is beautifully cured. And all done. Yeah. But anyway, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.